It's buzzing in here ahead of Game 3. And we'll be back in a minute to get it started. From the city of brotherly love and Citizens Bank Park, MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. We're looking forward to what's sure to be a dramatic Game 3, Chris.
And Boog, this is as close to an elimination game as you can get without it actually being one. Going down 3-0 would more or less just end this thing. So this game's going to tell us whether we're going to have a real series in store for us or if we're just going to be packing our bags and going home.
A lot of people feel these teams are more evenly matched. The first two games would indicate. So we'll see if we get a bounce-back performance in this one. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about to get started. On the hill and coming off a great start, Anthony Solometo.
Four-pitch guy, he's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Corbin Carroll, the leadoff batter as he swings through it for strike one. That's through there for a strike.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. You're up there at the plate. You got to look up in the zone and split on anything that's down.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner. With two strikes, you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
So digging in, Stephen Kwan. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. Solometo, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he works in a two-seamer. One down, base is empty. Just off the outside edge. And now it's even 1-1. Top of the zone for a called strike.
1-2.
That one not close. It's 2-2. Inside, almost got him. And that one ripped into right, and that's a fair ball. Around first, heading for two. And that's a double.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Check on the runner, and he dives back in safely. Fastball for a strike. One out, the runner at second here in Game 3. Outside low. Ball one. Man at second.
That's the ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
That one fouled off. 2-2. And a pitch. The other way. And a base hit right there. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Josh Young will hit next. There's a strike.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Runners at the corners, 1 away. Here in game 3 of the NLCS. Next offering upstairs.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
And a count 1-2.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, Drew Jones. Wouldn't chase that time. Kwan, the runner at third. Perdomo at first. 2 out of the inning. And there's a ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
2-0 to count. Here it comes.
No, that's outside.
Slider misses outside. Jake McCarthy getting on deck circle. Runners on first and third, 2 away. And we're just getting started here in the top of the first. And they're all loaded up.
Well, just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and the guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Jake McCarthy, the next to hit. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. The pitch. And
that's
ball 1. Two outs. Out to short. Lawler. Got him on the off-balance throw. Out to escape a bases-loaded jam unscathed. Diamondbacks leave him loaded, and now it's the Phillies' turn. No score. You're watching the National League Championship Series on the show. Back at Citizens Bank Park. And today's starter, Tyler Glasnow.
Boogie pitched into the 7th, earned the W in his last start. He really needed that one. Well, his team needs another one today. We'll see if he can carry that performance into this game.
Bottom of the 1st. And digging in for Philadelphia, Harry Ford.
The catcher, Harry Ford.
And a pitch. And a good eye there. And downstairs.
Well, this team was shut out in the previous game, and I'm really interested to see what did they talk about in that hitters meeting that's going to translate into the game and help them get on that scoreboard.
Out towards right center field. Carroll hauls it in, and there's one away. And time now for the Phillies lineup. And the key to victory for them here, get their starter some run support early.
Boog, if they can get him that run support early, it's likely the other team folds because they know how dominant he can be once he gets settled in. So put pressure on that other team right away, jump out to a lead early, and a few runs is going to feel like 30.
And now, Tristan Casas. Glass now back to work. The 0-1. Sneaks through. Base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Right through there for a strike. And now the 0-1. Good eye in that spot.
That's the ball.
On the ground, could be 2. Off balance feet, there's 1. And that's 2. The Phillies turned away their first time around. Inning number 2 coming up from Citizens Bank Park. No score. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Now it's the second baseman, number 8. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. The atmosphere around postseason baseball, there really isn't anything like it in the sport. It's the time of year where the rally towels come out and the crowd energy gets cranked up even higher. High fly ball down the left field line. Thomas sizes this one up. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And a quick out, number 1.
You look up in the stands in games like this, you just see a giant mass of color. Everything just blurs together, and it can be hard as a player not to get distracted by that kind of energy.
And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. And that one is inside, ball 1.
1-1.
And now the lefty swings through that one out in front that time.
Clearly it was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Guy was just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
2 outs, base is empty. Sam Huff getting ready to hit. Pitch misses there. Ball 1. Huff goes 6 feet 5 inches, 240 pounds, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2016. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Thomas gets under it. And that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. No score. here in Philadelphia. And now here's the veteran DH, Bryce Harper.
Harper.
The pitch. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. And a strike on the outside edge. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boo. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Pretty much textbook pitching for the 3-pitch K right there. Jumped ahead 0-2 on 2 pitches he didn't want to go after at the plate. Then, knowing he's going to be a little more aggressive, trying to protect, he expands just out of the zone where he couldn't do anything with it. He gets the strikeout and keeps the pitches thrown to a minimum. Very nice.
And now for the Phillies, Jackson Chourio. And the pitch a little bit low, ball one. And the 1-0. Foul ball there. Upstairs.
2-1.
Just off the inside edge. Glass now, ready to deal. And strike two.
Full count.
Outside, and that is ball four. One gone, runner at first. Bryce Elder stands in for the Phillies. In for a strike, and it's 0-1.
There it was, a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. The throw, tag, and he's out.
You know, when you've got cooler temperatures like this, sometimes it's a little harder to get some offense going because hitters just don't want to feel the sting in their hands. They don't barrel it up. So being aggressive there, trying to get into scoring position by stealing a bag, I get it. Sometimes you just have to try to manufacture some runs, especially in temperatures like this.
0-0 here in the bottom of the second. Backs and misses. It's a strikeout. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here in Philadelphia, on to the third inning. This is Corbin Carroll. Solomero back to work. And a swing and a miss there.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Hit hard, that gets through. And the postseason success continues for him.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice swing to drive that pitch up the middle. Could have easily been out in front on the off speed and pulled off of it, but he was looking to use the big part of the field, and he executed his plan perfectly. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Stepping in, Stephen Kwan. Doubled in his first AB.
Wow.
In the dirt. And the runner holds. At the belt and fires. Not even close there. And that's ball 2. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
And here it comes. That's outside. And that's ball 3. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
3-1 now. On the ground to third. There's one. And they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
Now it's going to be Geraldo Perdomo. That's to third. Casas tosses across the first, and that is that. Home half of the third coming up. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the bottom of the third. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jordan Lawler. The pitch. And there's the strike.
The fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
And there's a foul ball. The next offering misses. 1-2 to count.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
And that one is lifted in the air on his way over. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Batting in, the second baseman.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Termarr Johnson. First pitch, not close. And that one ripped to left, and that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Alec Thomas stands in for the Phillies. Swing and a miss.
No ball, 1 strike.
Breaking ball through there for a strike. Johnson stands at first with 1 out. Right-hander kick steals. That's off the mark, and the count is 1-2.
It's a good take.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Harry Ford stands in for the Phillies. And a foul ball. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Strike in there. Throw there. Safe.
Pretty close play on that one. The perfect throw probably gets him. That throw was just a little wide to the third base side of the bag, so he had to reach a little bit to get it. Could have been just enough to make the difference there.
Man on second, 2 down. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Josh Young. And a pitch. That misses, and that's ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Just missed.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
The 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. A strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
So up next, Drew Jones. He reached out a walk his first time. And that one missing low.
1-0.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-1. On the ground to short. Lawler sends it across to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
Now the designated hitter,
Jake McCarthy stands in now for the Diamondbacks. He's 0 for 1. Backed off the plate that time.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And another ball.
Outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Outside corner. There's a strike. Next offering in there for a strike. And down 2-2. All tied up. Top half of inning number 4. And delivers outside.
You got a full count.
Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. 2 down. Nobody on. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for Arizona, and we are still scoreless. It's game 3 of the National League Championship Series. Leading off, Tristan Casas. The pitch. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
0-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Not close with that one. And the count 1-2.
Hit.
99 miles per hour to finish him off. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. He hit into a double play his first time up. And that's outside. 1-0. 1 out, base is empty. On the ground to third. Young gets it to first. And Acuna retired.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter,
Bryce Harper to the plate. Went down on strikes his first time through. That one at the knees for a strike. Two down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1-2. Count.
Left-hand batter waits. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. Still no score. Back at Citizens Bank Park. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's the second baseman, number 8. Solomero back to work. And that one a little below the knees, and it's 1-0.
You know, these D-backs need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
The 1-1 is fouled off. One-two now. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Got it by him for the go.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And here's the first baseman, Ivan Melendez. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
0-1.
Just missed. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
So far, what we've seen in this at-bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He was able to execute the perfect pitch for that situation. Had been pounding him with fastballs, and then all of a sudden pulls out the changeup and has good enough command to make it competitive. Tell you what, varying speeds like that to a hitter can be really, really effective. And right there, you could tell that hitter was just overmatched.
In the box here, lets that one go for a ball. So 2 balls and no strikes.
Ball.
Wouldn't chase that time. Here's a 3-0. And strike 1 to the catcher. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Corbin Carroll stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 1 for 2. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
You're above 1 strike.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Next offering upstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Good job to fight that one off. Hupp off of first with 2 away. And another ball. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is that. So they've been held scoreless through 5, and we still have no score. Back here in Philadelphia, we head to the bottom of the 5th, and now Jackson Chourio. Here comes a pitch. That one is upstairs.
Well, these Phillies just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
And the right-hander deals. Misses inside. 2-1. And it skips into there.
3-1.
Down front, pulls that one foul. Now it's 3-2. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake the team up with a free pass.
Bryce Eldridge stands in for the Phillies. His first at bat was a strikeout. And that one fouled off. Hit in the air, right field. Drops into the glove, and there's one away.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Jordan Lawler stands in for the Phillies. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Way outside, and that's ball 1.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Glasnow picks the first. Kicks and deals. The shortstop takes the ball.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here or this could get ugly.
Hit hard. Should be extra bases. Makes the turn at second. Heads for third. Headed for the plate. And they'll score first. It's 1-0. The throw to third. And he's out trying for 3.
Absolutely perfect execution of the relay right there to cut him down at third. He probably should have shut it down at second base and been happy with the double, but it took a great play to get him. You just have to tip your cap.
Now it's the second baseman, Termarr Johnson. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That's in there, and that is strike 1. Late on that fastball.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
2 outs. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 0-2. Ball 1 there. The 1-2. Swung on. Broken back grounder to third. And it goes just foul. One run across in the frame so far. Last half of inning number 5. Ground ball left side. On the run. Sent it over to first. Inning over. But they push across 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, no one left. We're through 5. It's the Phillies 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. The lefty fires. Hit in the air, center field. On the move. He's got it, and there's 1 down.
Well, it's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
And now the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. Just missed.
That's the ball.
Liner, base hit.
The third baseman.
1 down. Josh Young digs in now. Was 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Line drive, caught.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
Drew Jones stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Fastball for a strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
No, that's the ball.
With the tying run on at first, and we're the top half of the 6th. And it is 2-1. And another ball.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
In the air, foul off first. Eldridge drifts towards it, brings it in, And that is that. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Phillies 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Back here in Philadelphia, there we go, bottom 6. And digging in for Philadelphia, Alec Thomas. The right-hander back to work. And there's the strike.
Now, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
And now the count is even.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Left-hand hitter waits.
Yeah.
Out to short. Perdomo on to first. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
Now batting, the catcher, Harry.
So the Philly batting order turns over. Here's the catcher, Harry Ford. That's in there. That's strike 1. One down, base is empty.
That's low. That's a ball.
Just missing there. 2-2. Got him swinging.
Now batting,
2 outs, base is empty. Tristan Casas stands in for the Phillies. Inside, just missed.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
And another ball.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Ripped on a line. Kwon makes the play, and that's the inning. Phillies down in order, but they hold a 1-0 lead. All set for the start of the inning. And now the DH, Jake McCarthy. The wind of the pitch. And fouled off.
Seems like the hitters are struggling with their timing today. Kind of caught in between that sharp fastball and the nasty slider. I'd like to see him settle on a consistent pitch.
And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Here's the second baseman. In there, and it's 0-1. Outside, double-barreled action in the bullpen. Tom Buckner appears to be getting loose. Romero, the power lefty, up as well. Looking to get the tying run on base. That one not close. And a count 2-1. Wouldn't chase that time.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the late stages of Game 3. In the air, left field. Sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out. Next to hit, Ivan Melendez. Misses the zone and he gets him to chase.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
The 0-1. That one hit to right. Sizes this one up. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. It's the Phillies 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. The pitch. That one's in there. Strike one. Action in the pen down there. Jose Hernandez, the veteran southpaw, is getting ready to come on if needed. Number 22, the right-hander, also getting loose. Righty delivers. Swing and a miss as he was late.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
And he deals. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. They get the out on Acuna. And there's one away.
Number 3, designated hitter.
Here's Bryce Harper. And that's in there at the knees. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
Now the center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Jackson Chourio. And that one pulled foul. Two down, nobody on.
Ball low.
Swings through that one.
1 and 2 to count.
Got him swinging. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Phillies 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Tom Buckner.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Sam Huff, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. The line to kick the pitch. That's smacked on a line to center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. One up, one down.
Well, off the bat, it looked like they might get that tying run on base. Maybe even extra bases. No dice, though. A little unlucky on that one.
So digging in, Corbin Carroll. 1 for 3. Right through there for a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Abner Uribe, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. One down, base is empty. Now one missed. This to third. Fires across the diamond. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Now the number 2 hitter, Stephen Kwan. Just missed.
That's the ball. 1 ball, no strike.
There's a strike.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And there's a base hit, and that keeps the inning going.
All over that one right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Geraldo Perdomo will hit next. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
And a pitch. There's a strike.
Wow, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
That's towards center. On his way over. He's got it. And that's the 3rd out. So no runs here on a base hit. No errors and 1 left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Phillies 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Jose Hernandez.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
As the lefty gets to work, Eldridge in the box again, takes a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Slider misses outside. And a pitch. And another ball.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
And a 2-1 on the way. And that one fouled off. The pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that's the 1st out.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still wait on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Jordan Lawler stands in for the Phillies. High fly ball out into left center field. Jones moving under this one. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
The batter, the second baseman, Termarr.
Now it's the second baseman, Termarr Johnson. Hernandez, 31 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Just missed. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Dauri Moreta getting loose out there. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Right through there for a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
another
that's
ball.
outside.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Two now.
Down is full.
Right through there, got him. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Down quickly go the Phillies, but they still lead it 1-0. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Abner Uribe.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
The pitch. Young at the plate now. That's ball one.
Starts him off with a breaking ball, which isn't surprising. They're trying to keep him off balance, but he's been known to connect on the breaking stuff too.
And the righty deals. And that's outside. And it's 2-0. And there's a strike in the outside corner. The 2-1. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Not even close there. But the count is filled up. Payoff pitch. He fouls it off. We'll do it again.
A healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Kicks and fires. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Righty to the plate. To third. Down the line, and it's foul.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. And no one can get there. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Not in time. He's got a double.
But when you see that many pitches in an at bat, your chances of succeeding go up. And right there, we see the result.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And now the center fielder, Drew Jones. Sliced hard but foul.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
Gets the slider in there for a strike. One-run game here at the top of the ninth. Ball one low.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
On the ground to the left. Cassis on to first. Now one gone in the ninth.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
He's 2 outs away. Now Jake McCarthy. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And that's in for a strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never even had a chance.
So the tying run at second. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. That one just misses. Now 1-2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Stays alive. And a 1-2 again. Fights it off. He'll see another. The pitch. And just misses with that one.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on a plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Swing and a miss. He's got to be a short down. Now only one out remaining. Here's the second baseman. Trying to deliver as the hero. Outside. Ball one. Trying to close out a one-run lead here at the top of the ninth. And a good eye there.
2 balls, no strikes.
Swings and misses. But it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Uribe is just 1 strike away. That's out to center field. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Phillies strand the tying run on base to win it.
This team obviously needed to win this game. Down 2-0 in the series. You go down 3-0, players start packing their bags. They know that they're headed home. But they came out focused on the task at hand, got the job done. A win in the next game. All of a sudden, we've got a new series.
Here's another look at the numbers from this shutout victory.
Well, it takes a team effort to produce a shutout. I mean, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
And a 1-0 final score here in this one. The Phillies hang on to win it. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Philadelphia Phillies. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors. They left 2 runners on base. For the Diamondbacks, no runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 7 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 20 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Citizens Bank Park, 43,651. The Phillies thank you for attending and remind you to please buckle up and drive home safely.